Check out what DraftKings has to offer with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Back to Rockin' Manooch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. It's time for Fact or Fouhy with ABC 15 Sports Director Craig Fouhy. Fouhy joins the guys each Monday to break down the top stories of the weekend. And as a reminder, Manooch writes the questions. Now here's ABC 15's Craig Fouhy.
Fouhy, how's your Monday going?
So far, so good, fellas. What's going on? Victory Monday.
I know. And we're going to talk a little bit about these Yotes a little bit later, too. But we got to talk about this Cardinals. We got Factor Fouhy. We do it every week with ABC 15's Sports Director, Craig Fouhy. And here's the first one. And we'll start with the Cardinals. So the Cardinals' formula of running game and a passing game, pretty much to the tight ends, will be the only way they will win any of their last four games. Fact or Fouhy? Running game, passing game.
Do they have it? Do they have a shot at these last four games? I guess maybe the Bears, huh?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Maybe at the Bears. Yeah.
If Seattle's out of it, they might be throwing in the towel. They're out of it by the last game of the year.
No. Who's throwing the towel in? Stop.
I'm just saying.
Stop it. No, listen, it was a weird game yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was just a strange, two long delays, weather delays, and the rain and the snow kind of mixed in before half. And then, it was a weird game. But the Cardinals, listen, I will say this. Mike Tomlin said after the game, right afterwards, because we played like a JV team. We suck, and then TJ Watt came out and said, we're awful, man. We're terrible. We played awful today. And they did. They're not wrong, right? The Steelers' offense was horrible. Their defense, which has been keeping them in games and giving 7 wins, played just awful yesterday. But the Cardinals had a formula yesterday where they just ran the ball a little bit to James Conner. Didn't have a lot in the first half. He finished with 105 yards, and then they threw to Trey McBride. 8 catches, 89 yards. So not a bad day for the offense, and put up 24 points.
And then you look at the tight ends, he and Swaim, 10 catches out of the 13 completions for one Kyler Murray, which leads you to my next question. Cardinals tight end Trey McBride, who now has 56 catches on the year, is trending, Coach Fouhy, to become a potential all-pro tight end in the next few years. Trending to become a potential all-pro tight end in the next few years to come. Fact or Fouhy?
You know what I like about you, Manooch? You don't ever jump the gun on anything. Never. It's just like we got.
Never. Not me, Coach.
We're 12 games in, and my God, Trey McBride's going to be an all-pro in a few years. Hey, how many years? Let me just ask you this: how many years did we complain that the Cardinals couldn't cover a tight end?
We still complain about
15?
it. Yeah, we still complain. Look at the Rams tight end.
Or had one to throw to.
The tight ends make a career versus the Cardinals defense.
Yeah, and so Trey McBride did the same thing with the Steelers yesterday. It was nice to see. He had that 100-yard game, 3 or 4 games ago, which was nice. And then he comes up with 89 yesterday, which was nice. But listen, it was not the Steelers' best performance. It was a strange game with the 2 long delays and the weather. But I think the Cardinals went out, and obviously you could tell James Conner was he was doing his homecoming, right? Yeah. He was just going to keep battling until the end. But it was a fun victory, right? Nobody expected him to beat the Steelers, and they got a win.
Signature win.
Yeah, it was really.
Signature win.
Because
Steelers.
Yes, because as Manooch always writes the questions, Fouhy, the Cardinals beating playoff contending teams Dallas and Pittsburgh proves there's light at the end of the tunnel for the future. Fact or Fouhy?
We're on our way, Coach. We are on our way. We beat the only 2 out of the 3 games we won are playoff contending teams. Go figure that. So there's got to be hope for the future, right, Coach?
Well, either that or it was a full moon both those Sundays. Listen, I always hold out hope, right? I'm a diehard Cardinals fan. I've been around this valley for a long, long time. I cheer for the team. I want them to succeed. They're not a very good roster this year. And Monty Ossenfort has his work cut out for him trying to get this thing put together in the next couple of years. But they're trying to make a decision on Kyler, and are they going to keep him? Is he the quarterback of the future? He's showing some signs of success, right? He threw a couple bad balls yesterday, but overall not bad. 13 of 23, 145 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. So listen, they got a lot to do. There's a long road ahead, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. I always hope. But keep in mind, this Cardinals franchise has been abysmally bad over the 36 years they've been here in the Valley.
All right, next one with ABC 15's Craig Fouhy. The Yotes, now winners of 4 in a row, 12-9-2, are becoming legitimate playoff contenders early in the season. Factor Fouhy.
Early in the season,
Yep.
You betcha.
First quarter.
Hey, they've been fun to watch, right? I mean, it's a fun team to watch. I enjoy watching them. They're one of those teams that we said back in September they're going to be sneaky good, right? People aren't going to expect them to do much, but they're going to sneak up on some people, and they have. And they put together a good group. I like Bear, the coach, and I think Andre Turney's doing a good job with this group. They got good rotations, and they're playing at Mullet, which gives them a little Mullet magic over there. And then they're on Arizona 61, ABC 15. So, it's all good.
And, Coach, with you and ABC 15 being so dialed in, we are hearing rumor that they may have a announcement of a legitimate site or proposal coming up. So what are all your big sources down there at ABC Channel 15 tell you?
What I'm hearing is it's a second potential site. That's what I've heard. So I don't know if that's going to be, it's like they already have one, right, that they haven't divulged yet.
Right.
And then this is apparently a second one that they're working on.
No,
so the rumor I got last week was this was going to be a second potential site.
Well, it's good to have options. It sounds like they've got some it sounds like they've got at least some movement moving forward, right?
Rock, we've been talking options since 2009.
Yeah. I just want to get this book to the printer.
Oh my God!
Ready to go,
Coach. Between you, me, and Rock have been to every scenario since all this started, going way back. I think that we all three could combine and write the book. On this franchise, right?
Yeah, bankruptcy in 2009 has been just a spiral downward since, right? It's just craziness. And obviously 2012 they made the playoff run, which was awesome. But then it's just been, a nightmare for that franchise and those people. I feel bad for the players, right? They deserve a home arena.
And
they deserve a permanent place, and they've had to play without one for a long, long time now. So
they still have
I just feel like there's one more story to write, and then we can take it to print.
Yep.
There you go. Hey, you could send your camera guy out to that toxic dump. It's still there in Tempe.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, touche, Jimmy B. All right, last one, Coach. The CFP committee cannot
wait. You mean the
College Football Playoff Committee?
The invitation.
Excuse me. The Invitational Committee cannot wait until next year when they will have the 12-team playoff system. Fact or Fouhy?
Listen, I've been calling for a playoff for 20 years, right? This has been silly forever. And every other division in college football, even NAIA, has a 16-team playoff. NCAA Division I has not had one because of obviously the big money in the bowl games. I love the bowl games, don't get me wrong. But this, I've always said for 20 years, they could play these playoff games in bowl games, which is what they're going to do next year. But yeah, listen, there was no positive outcome for this committee this year.
Yeah.
You had too many good teams at the top. And I feel terrible for Mike Norvell and Florida State. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do a thing wrong other than their quarterback got hurt and then Alabama beat Georgia. And that was it. And I feel terrible for a team that's an ACC champion, 13-0. Talk about whatever you want, but it's difficult to go undefeated in any sport at any level. And they did it. And so I feel terrible for them. Now they got a chance in the Peach Bowl against Georgia. So we'll see.
That should be an outstanding game. Fouhy, are you guys sending a camera crew out for to LA for the big in-season NBA tournament with the Suns?
We're not.
No,
sadly,
okay.
But,
Winner go home,
if
Coach.
They make
Winner
it
go home.
I know if they make it to Vegas, that game Saturday night's on ABC, so we will have representation there.
There you go. All right.
And then did I mention we've got 5 Wednesday night NBA games on ABC in January?
Wow.
Every Wednesday in January. Yeah.
Wednesday hoops on ABC
Stepping
15.
That's awesome.
You guys stepping up. All right.
Go.
All right. Keep up the hard work, Fouhy. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. That's Craig Fouhy joining us, ABC 15. Today he's brought to you by Twin Peaks, your football and now college basketball headquarters. How about Arizona? Number 1 now in the AP as we're getting down to the wire in college football and NFL and all that good stuff. But for our contest with Twin Peaks and Coors Light Blue Moon, giving away 5 big screen TVs. You can enter daily. You only got 2 more weeks. Text PEAKS to 59925. That's PEAKS to 59925. Standard message and data rates apply. But we're coming to you from the